Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely not the wrap-up of the 73 Suzuki project, but it is a finale of sorts to the carburetor and fuel cutoff valve operation. Let's do this real quick. Let me set up a light real quick. I want to show y'all the fuel cutoff valve situation. If y'all saw the last video, basically I couldn't figure out what was going on, and literally if y'all watched the end of that video, I literally had everything together. It started leaking like a sieve, and what I found out is the parts they sold for the fuel cutoff valve was actually for this cutoff valve. So this is a, forgive all the lights, sorry, that are back there. Let me tap this. So this is the superseded model number. Well, I'm not going to give you the part number, but this is the superseded model of this fuel cutoff valve that Suzuki sells that bolts right to the gas tank. Sorry, let me get you a little bit of light here. Right to the bottom of the gas tank with the oval seal. The part that I had, let me make sure it's not leaking. The part that I had, actually, the parts that I have, I believe, service this unit and not this one. Sorry for the, this is the original. The this part here, the new one that I got, did not fit the old one. It fits this one. So when I hooked it all up, it just leaked like a sieve, but we got spare parts for this bad boy. So anyway, this has been totally rectified. It's good to go. This is 100% success. Round of applause if I could produce them. So, what I'm going to do here is show y'all the, we're going to go ahead and install. Let me get a little bit of, oh good lord. Okay, so we're going to install the air filter element, basically the air cleaner assembly, the hose, the ducting that goes to the carburetor. And if y'all again have seen the last video, I had adjusted that the way I thought it should be. I adjusted that up there, the throttle cable up there. Pretty much had no idea what I was doing, and realized that it was all garbled up. So I got it actually running. I drove this thing around. It's been doing great. Those of you who are actually interested in this, I would highly recommend you getting a book from someone like Climber. There's probably another one that actually has a book, because that's what I've been getting the baseline of my information, and the rest of it I've been filling in the gaps. Some of it online, but mostly this, guys. And this is, the next series is going to be tuning the carburetor. So we went for a ride. I was able to adjust the idle with this cable up there at the top. The actual idle adjustment is this screw here. Sorry. Right here. Sorry guys. Terrible video. Right there. That one in the smack dab center of the screen is your idle mixture. That one right there is your fuel mixture. It increases the amount of air that, or decreases it. So what I figured out, ladies and gentlemen, is that this thing does not do anything unless, sorry, that idle screw does not do anything, of course, if you don't have the air cleaner assembly hooked up. Which I didn't really think about at first, but it makes a total amount of sense, because if you think about the volume of the air that's flowing through there, sorry, you can't really see what I see. Sorry guys. So the volume of air that's flowing through here without the air cleaner assembly on it is going to be totally different from the amount of air that's flowing through it, you know, with the air cleaner on it. So anyways, whoop, this video is totally like black, and my other flashlight or whatever is waning. So let me put it back up here. Let me go ahead and start working on this bad boy. This thing needs to be plugged in. Oh, lot of work tonight. It's like the third project I'm trying to get kind of figured out here. So let's see what we have going, yeah. So guys, again? So let me just. This helps me actually. So all I'm gonna do is install the air cleaner. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Tomorrow I'll make another video of actually trying to tune the carburetor. But honestly, this carburetor, excuse me, this carburetor can be tuned multiple ways. There's a circuit for idle. There's a circuit for off idle to medium throttle, and then full throttle. And so you have to pay attention to each circuit in order to tune properly. And in this situation, you got to make sure the two-stroke oil is getting in there. So anyways, I'm actually learning as I go, ladies and gentlemen. And after I get this air cleaner assembly in, we're gonna read this, and I might have to enlist the help of my father, who will help it out. But I'm gonna start out with clean gloves. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. We doing it. We getting real. We getting real. Make sure this is nice and clear. So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody has ever watched one of my videos and it remains blurry for a period of time because I'm using my iPhone. And by the way, shout out to the Corvette off to the left here. Booyah. She has been purring like a kitten, that Corvette. Whew. Thing has been performing. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to hook this ducting back up. So let's first of all figure out how it goes. So it's just going to go ba-bow. Alright, I want to have... Alright, let me get all this PV out of here, actually. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I want to use these videos, as a platform, Excuse me. I want these videos to be helpful. I want this to be people that are trying to do something, they're trying to like save money for their family, and they're like, hey, look, let me try and go and figure this out on YouTube or something. So I hope this helps you. And by the way, feel free to comment or whatever. Let me know if you have a question. Sometimes I probably won't see it actually because things are just crazy right now. But give me some time and I will respond. And I really want to help everybody out there. But I just want to give a shout out to some very good friends of mine, and they're going through a very tough time with their family. Has to do with one of their family members. And I just want to give a moment of silence and give a moment of prayer for the Humphreys. I know y'all are thinking, man, this is really weird right now. Lord, we just thank you for the Humphreys and just pray for them and pray for Levi. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. That's all, folks. I'm not trying to weird you out. Just trying to let y'all know how we roll around here. As for me and my house, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I'm trying to get this Suzuki figured out so I can talk to my clients and let them know what's going on with this motorcycle. So I can let my clients know what's going on with this motorcycle. A good friend of mine's getting married in about a week. It's crazy. I gotta hit him up. I actually known the guy since 2nd grade. And, I don't know. He's a believer, and I'm so excited for him. I really am. Come on, then. Get on there. What's going on there? It's not even fitting on there. Got to get a little bit more of a heave-ho on it. Alright, so I'm just going to let that diggity dangle, and we're gonna we need to lube up these edges. This type of rubber, I actually expected it to be totally just nothing, so I actually want to be careful that I don't rip it, because it is a crucial part of the helm formation. Alright, well, let's take it on here. Dang it. Wow. It really, I think it a little bit, did it shrink down or something? Good Lord. I'm sorry, guys. This is like, maybe I have it wrong. No, that's how it goes. Let's see here. I bet you it just needs to be kind of. Alright, so if this is like that, it goes like this. Okay, boom. Alright. Alright, let's just do this, guys. So this thing's being stubborn. This rubber, I guarantee, is very, very old. It's dried, it's shrunken down, and it's going to be pretty difficult. So I'm going to have some sort of a grease or a little bit heavier coat of silicone. So let's throw this air filter on. Let's go ahead and install this element. This is the whole culprit of this whole ordeal, actually. Fuel cutoff valve is a separate issue. You don't want fuel to just dump. You have the potential to just dump into your carburetor. Whoops. Wow. Okay, this is like locked down here. Anyhow, the air filter element had just totally disintegrated. Wait a minute. I have to do something. I thought it was actually soaked in oil. It wasn't. I have to soak it in 30 weight oil. So I actually just totally assumed that it was already soaked. 30 weight. I actually want to get 30 weight, guys. I have 530. I have 1030. I'm a by the book sort of guy when it comes to this stuff. I'd like to get actual 30 weight. But, I mean, you'd think that a 5 or a 10 would do it. I mean, to be honest, right, guys? I might use a little bit of 1030 to do that. So, we're probably not going to get this install finished tonight, because I want to soak this air filter and then really let it kind of, well, I guess I don't need to let it dry out too much. So that goes on there, and this goes right there, and there's that's the intake. Okay, so it's got a intake down here and off to the side. And out front here, okay, so wow. Just kind of checking out the sitch. Checking out the sitch, y'all. This is an interesting setup. So anyway, a lot of times with this stuff, guys, if you're working on one of these, and a lot of this is trial and error, unless you can find an expert that's willing to let you know what's going on. You just got to take it apart and put it back together, you know? Yeah, so this, oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Wow, okay. Well, there's no wash of that. but we're not going to worry about it now. So that is that. I'm just kind of relearning how this all fits together. Alright, ladies and gents, this will be another video. There'll be a part 2 coming up here. And I'm going to have this soaked in SAE 30. I could just make it happen right now, but it's getting kind of late. So this thing right here is hard as a rock. This side's really good, but this side is just hard as a rock. So I probably should have ordered one of these things too, darn it. Ugh. I could probably force it on there, but let's see here. And if I heated this up, it may make a big difference as well. Here, police car out there. Hope everything's okay. That's real stuff, man. And most of us are all in our little nests, you know. Not really plugged into the world, you know. Come on. If I can remove this air filter box, I might be able to get a better. Might be a part 2, ladies and gents. I really want to get this part on there. Alright, well, I might have to reckon that this part is going to be a painstaking experiment. Anyways, guys, this might be a Suzuki fail. I'm just kidding. We learned lots, guys. Again, get this book. A gentleman who, I can't remember your name, but you're asking about how to set the idle. And there's in the first chapter here, there's a tune-up module. You have to set up everything else, mechanical, ignition, timing, everything, and then you address the fuel system. So if you don't do that, you're gonna have a lot of issues. There is even a little part about issues that happen. It's really cool. Anyways, we're gonna get through it, guys, and I'm gonna let you go, Suzuki. I can't remember what episode this is, but thanks for coming along for the ride. We're basically trying to get our this bike figured out so this gentleman can cruise around with it. It's tough resurrecting some of this stuff, so I'm glad he understands, of course, and we knew going in this was going to be a little bit of a process. So anyhow, y'all, have a great time of it. And we will talk to y'all down the trail. God bless.